What's up, y'all? This is Michael from Only Human. I was just watching this interview. It's Austin Holleman, and he was talking to Dennis Spurling. And Dennis, in this particular clip, was describing the so-called dating market in the West versus that of developing nations. And I thought what he had to say was kind of interesting. Let's take a listen.
Like, yeah, maybe it's not time for me to go back over there. I forgot how that felt. Why do you think it's like that in the States? Like, what brought it to that point?
I think technology brought it to that point. Technology gave rise to feminism. And feminism is a luxury of first world countries. See, where you are, if you go right outside of that city that you're in, there are still people who are living and on the side of hills with no running water. They still have things equivalent to outhouses. They have to cook on open stoves with charcoal. So, you know, a woman like that is looking for somebody, a man that's coming along with some money to help her so she can get some of the basic needs. Here.
So when he said where you are, he's talking about where Austin Holleman is. If I'm not mistaken, he's currently in Nicaragua. So let's listen to that one more time.
With charcoal. So, you know, a woman like that is looking for somebody, a man that's coming along with some money to help her so she can get some of the basic needs. Here,
he just said that a woman, basically a woman who was down and out, a woman who doesn't have a lot of options, a lot of opportunities, needs someone to help her get her basic needs. And that's what this all comes down to. And again, I'm not trying to crap on passport bros for this, but they're just not honest about this situation. Guys who are not doing well with women need to be needed for other reasons. If you're doing okay with women, like, I don't think about, you know, basically if I meet a woman, it's about, do I like her company? Do I like this woman? Do I like being around her? Does she enjoy my company? And if we enjoy each other's company, then we're going to spend more time together. But I don't need her to need me. I don't need her to be down and out and looking for a way out, looking for someone to help her. And that's why I feel they focus on certain countries, like the third world countries, as opposed to going to, the Europe or wherever the places are where they feel that women have opportunities and doing just fine, because they feel like if they aren't needed, it'll be just like back at home. They won't be desired. So let's listen to them some more.
Because of the society that's been built in first world countries, because of the conveniences that they have, they don't have to go out to the field and pick fruit. They don't have to go milk a cow. They don't have to cook on an open stove. They can go right down here to Chick-fil-A. They can have Instacart, bring groceries to their house. They can have Uber Eats, bring cooked food to their house. They don't even have to leave. They don't even have to go to a grocery store anymore. And so when it's that convenient, and then on top of that, they don't have to worry about dirt roads. They got police officers. You better pay them more than what a man is getting paid these days, even for less work. Otherwise, you're going to be considered a sexist and misogynist, and they want their equal pay for less work.
That's one of those made-up narratives of the Manosphere, where they're just trying to paint women to be these bad creatures. No one is saying that women need to get more than men. Not even feminists are saying this. There's no group of rabid feminists that show up at a job and ask the bosses, how much are males getting paid for this particular job? And you say, well, they're getting $22 an hour. Well, how much are women getting paid for the same job? Well, they're also getting $22 an hour. Oh, well, you're a misogynist, and we're going to report you to the feminist nation and have you just fired. No, it's just one of those weird made-up narratives that these guys come up with. Anyways, continue.
Bottom line is, man, it is at the point now where women in the first world are of the opinion that they don't need men for their immediate needs. Yes, they need men to maintain the infrastructure. They need men to maintain the roads. They need men to make sure the elevator works, but they don't really count that. That's just generally they need men, but specifically they don't need their own specific man. So, they're cool with either sharing men or having the government be their man when necessary. Whereas in the Dominican Republic, Colombia, Venezuela, Brazil, the government is not going to back you up like that. You need to go ahead and get married and have a husband.
So wait, what are they saying? Are they saying that women in the West are relying on the government to be their daddy and provide for them and give them government subsidies? Or are they saying because of feminism, they have more opportunities and therefore they can get it themselves and they don't need men? Which one are they trying to say? Is it white zaddy that the government's taking care of them, or is it that they can get it themselves so they don't need us?
That's why the women still see the need for men. They need men's protection, they need men's provision, and they also need the services that men provide that they can't provide for themselves. So that's why they're a lot more cooperative. But you take that same woman and drop her off in the United States, give her a welfare check, a EBT card, a Barack Obama's telephone, and some child support and alimony, and she'll pretend like she don't need you. You see?
So
I think this is what the so-called black pill guys describe as oofy doofy, if I'm not mistaken, where a dude who was not considered generally, like desired, is able to get a woman and keep her because he has something that she needs. He can provide for her. That's basically what I'm hearing Mr. Sterling saying, is that some guys need women to need them. They need them to be in a situation where they're down and out with few opportunities, and then they will need a guy. I mean, me personally, I don't understand why this is something that you will want. It's like with the prostitute. One of the reasons why I don't like the idea of going to a prostitute is because I like it when there's a mutual desire. Like that heightens the whole thing if we're talking about having relations. The fact that she's into you and that she likes you and the situation of being with you. I don't want her to be there because I'm paying her. That takes away from the whole thing. It's kind of like this situation where a woman is there because she needs you, because she didn't have a lot of opportunity. She couldn't provide those basic needs. So therefore she needs you. Like, I don't see how I would get anything out of that. Like, I feel like if anything, maybe I'm just being used. Maybe she's not a bad person, but ultimately that's not a mutual connection that I'm looking for. It's like with celebrities. A lot of them don't know where there's friendships or women who want to be with them. Just talking about a male celebrity. They want real, genuine friends and real, genuine connections with women. And a lot of times they don't know if that's the case when they're dealing with people. And because, that's generally not what we're looking for. We want to have some kind of real connections. I don't want someone to want to be around me just because they need to be around me. And, if you are like a passport bro and you're thinking about going that route, understand, at least according to what Dennis is saying here, when you go there and you find yourself able to get with a woman, according to what he's saying, in these particular countries, like third world countries, it's because they need you to help them out. That's what I just heard him saying. Maybe I got it wrong, but that's what I heard. And that's cool. If you're not able to find what you need, you're not able to make that connection with women where you're from, I don't criticize or down you for that. It's just that the passport bros make up a whole narrative about why it is that they're traveling and deny the fact that the majority of them just weren't doing well with women back home. So they make up this whole narrative about how women back home are just shit and these women are better. And really, listening to what he said, and according to what I already thought and was said in other videos, it's because they are needed. They have leverage because they have ways that they can provide for these women, and these women see them as a way out. That's what I just heard Dennis saying. So I'm just saying, passport bros, just be honest about what it is. And in your narrative about why you travel, what you're doing is you're shitting on millions of people. And that's why I feel you're open to criticism, mainly because, you know, your whole movement is based off of saying that these millions of people, women, where you're from, are all shit people. So you open yourself up to criticism. That's why you get so much criticism. That's why you have so many people coming at you. It's not just hate or jealousy or in this other ways that you want to dismiss what they're saying so you don't have to answer to it. But anyway, I thought that was interesting. I'm Michael from Only Human. I'm out.